Shield the tribe and shield Noag. Those were Chieftain Narjak's last words to his cub Akrog after a ballista bolt from the Tusk Hunters pierced right through his chest. Fabled warrior, leader of the Moonkin Trolls, last of the mythical firstborn, killed by elven poachers. It was not only Narjak's heart the bolt impaled that day, but also that of the Moonkin tribe, weakened by the terrible blood-rot plague and decimated by the hunters. They had long been struggling for survival. With their mighty chieftain gone, the last ray of hope still shining was Noag, Akrog's younger sibling who had inherited Narjak's legendary power. The chieftain's wish for Akrog to succeed him surprised many kin, but it surprised Akrog most of all. True, he was a strong and honorable warrior, but far from the Moonkin's best. All he had was the peculiar gift to hear the voices of the dead, and an iron will to do right by his sire's last words. Was he ready for this? He could not say. Yet when the tribe demands, a troll must bow. And so Akrog found himself giving his first command as a chieftain to be. The Moonkin would travel to Mugwa's cradle, a shrine guarded by the Bonekin Trolls, to perform the Devouring, the sacred ritual where the new chieftain consumed the old chieftain's heart to take up his role. This story begins the day the Bruised tribe arrived at the cradle, where Akrog, joined by his mentor Grungwar and his trusted one Zaska, ventured out to find a holy plant for the ritual, Mugwar's Tear. Little did Akrog know that the true trial of the Moonkin Trolls had just begun. No matter what the Trolls may think of Chieftain Akrog, trust not the foul tusks who say he had everything given to him on a moon silver platter, all because his sire was chieftain before him. Oh no, little cubs. The hunger, the blood rot, the hunters. The Moonkin had become but a shadow, and in the span of a day, it became Akrog's calling to lead them back to Mugwa's light. The day he and his two companions went out to prepare Narjak's last rites would be but the beginning of his troubles.
Are these the ones?
Mugwa's tears, the sacred plants, blessed by the goddess herself.
Pity she always cries in hard-to-reach places. It was a rotten pain to get here.
One blew Akrog to embalm the chieftain's corpse for the devouring. Harm not the others.
All right.
And it is done. The bloom has been plucked.
Back to the cradle then. Before the big little oaf Noag goes mad with worry, thinking they tumbled off a cliff.
Let them march back. They have lost too much time already.
Wait, before they leave, Grungwar has an unusual wish. He would like to pluck a bloom for himself.
What for? The devouring?
No, it is... The Moonkin have been running for so long, Chieftain. Grungwar dreams that one day they will find a true home somewhere. A tribe camp to last, so to speak.
It is a beautiful idea, but what have Mugwa's tears to do with this?
Well, it may sound foolish, but Grungwa would like to hold on to that bloom and then plant it in the Moonkin's future tribe camp, like a totem of hope, to show how far the Moonkin have come. But the choice lies with Agrog. After all, it is against Mugwa's laws.
The Moonkin should respect Mugwa's law. They know not if that tribe camp will ever exist.
Grungwa understands. He...
There, old fur. His precious little bloom.
Zaska should not have done that. The blooms are sacred.
Well, Zaska just did, and he still stands here, looking as good as ever. Now, how about they leave this place?
Fine. Back to the cradle, then.
Grungwa is ready.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
That man's plan from the start.
What?
Is Trusted One all right?
He is. And it is open. Strange.
Maybe Zarama could learn a thing or two from these ruins.
Brittle bone craftsmanship never brings anything good. It is like the other one, but the stick is missing.
Let them look around then. Maybe they can mend it somehow. Huh. What is that?
Akrog is ready. Let Akrog see.
That should work.
This looks
Easy. On his way. Let Akrog see.
Let Zaska get a proper look. Moving on.
Bugs, look out! Grungwa will go there.
The blood for the tribe! For the Moon King! Even the
Dead.
worst, such a beast. Destroy them!
Let Grungwa take a closer look. The Moonkin cannot go through here.
True. But there is a hex stone. If they can kindle the...
There they are. Trusted One, Nurbak One-Eye. What is he doing here?
Looking for them. The Fat Bonekin chieftain was getting worried.
The tears were harder to find than they thought.
Cub Akrog, Nurbak will tell him one more time. The Moonkin should break off the devouring and move on. If they stay in this clearing for too long, the hunters will come for them.
Nurbak, they talked about this. The chieftain must be devoured, so Magua can pass on his power to the chosen chieftain. Narjok would want...
What Narjok would want is for the tribe to survive. But Nurbok has said his piece. It is clear the tribe would rather listen to a fresh tusk cobbling who hears voices in the wind.
Is Nurbok done?
He is. Make no mistake. Nurbok treasured Narjak like he treasures Grungwar. But Narjak was a great chieftain because he put others first. Surely Akrog knows that, after what his sire did for Nurbok and Akrog both.
Akrog knows, Nerbok. But what honor have the trolls left if they let these rotten brittle bones crush even their most sacred traditions? Now, can Nerbok kindle the Hexstone?
He can. Oh, and Zaska Smalltusk?
What?
Nurbok knows the Smalltusk has been scheming. He will keep an eye on him.
Then how will he see where he is going?
What was Nurbok talking about? About Zazka scheming?
Scheming makes it sound very bad. He will tell Trusted One Akrog after the devouring.
Let Akrog see.
What is Agrog waiting for? They need to bring the tears to the Bonekin.
That bear. Nurbok crushed it?
Nurbok crushed it, but it was already hurt when he came here.
Maybe a bonekin hunter killed it then.
Or a brittle bone.
Anuk's eyes have scouted the jungle. They say there is no one in sight, neither Brittlebone nor Greenskin.
True. Well, it will be a good meal for the ill and wounded. Nurbok will take it back to the tribe.
A wise idea. Best ask Crumb who needs it most.
Why would Nurbok accuse Zazka of scheming?
Ask him himself. The Smalltusk is standing right there.
And he was about to say the same thing. Akrog, Zazka will tell him after the devouring. Now is not the time.
Fine. Akrog will leave now. Will Nurbok join the devouring?
He will. But there is something else he has to look into first.
Sharp tusks and thick hide, then.
Can Zazka help?
What can he do for the tribe?
Let him at them!
The tribe must survive! They will regret this.
Grungwa is here.
They messed with the wrong tribe!
What should he do? Something about this jungle always makes Akrog's hide crawl.
The blood drop in the cradle. It is full of Magwa's power, making life and plants flourish all around it.
Pity all that power does beak shit to keep the hunters and slavers away.
Is something wrong, Zaska?
By the Holy Hide, if it is not chosen Chieftain Akrog Bone Crusher. Cabrax was about to ask the bones if something happened to them.
Chieftain Cabrax, Magua prays. It is true, finding the tears was harder than they thought. The Brittlebone ruin was swarming with bugs.
Good for the tears, bad for the many Brittlebone treasure hunters who searched them. Ha! Come, show him. Ah, good. Very good. Mugwa will be pleased. Now all they need is a tooth.
A sacred pierce stick. The Bonekin have none of their own.
Oh, of course they do. But the Moonkin will need to shape their own for their sacrifice.
How can they shape a tooth? Grungwar said it. It is a sacred weapon.
Just like how the Moonkin shape their other weapons. All Akrog must do is find a hexed Brittlebone weapon, scrap it, then have the Moonkin Master Scrapper use the parts to shape the tooth.
Where can they find a hexed Brittlebone weapon, though?
Oh, there are many places in this jungle. But Cabrax believes he heard the Moonkin's Master Scrapper, Zaramuk, speak of a Brittlebone hideout up north.
His name is Zeramak. But good, Akrog will speak to him. Oh, and Chieftain Cabrax. Akrog is not chieftain yet, but he still thanks Cabrax in the name of the tribe. He knows many Bonekin wanted not the Moonkin so close to their shrine, with the hunters and the blood rot. Cabrax took a risk helping them, and Akrog will not forget it.
Look at that! The cub has his sire's silver tongue.
No, Akrog means it. Only the Bonekin can do the devouring. If not for Cabrax, Narjak would never find his way into the moonlit river, and Akrog could never be blessed with Narjak's strength.
True, true. But Narjak was not only a great chieftain, but also the last firstborn troll. To give him his last rites is a great honor. And as for the fool tusks afraid of catching the blood rot, what they need most is a fat fist to the face. They should know the rot cannot be passed from one troll to another, and be glad the Bonekin were mostly spared. Now off with Akrog. That tooth will not shape itself.
So be it. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Chieftain Cabrax.
At his service.
All right. To the tribe camp.
They should look for Noag, too. Let them hope he has done nothing silly.
They will.
What is that?
What is it that Warrior Nark needs?
Well, he feel foolish to ask.
Just speak.
Well, Tamer Julog, he say anything about Nog?
Like what?
Well, there is no good way to say it. Talag, Julog's trusted one. Nog there when hunters kill him.
Talig. Akrog remembers. That was many moons ago, was it not?
It is true, but Nog still remembers all too clearly. Talag fight like a true warrior, and Nog by his side. But then the hunters get too many, and Nog gets scared and run. He even hear Talag scream as the hunter untusk him and... Well, no matter. Nog want to ask Akrog if Julog would forgive him if he apologized for leaving Talag. Akrog has the gift of spirits, so he can know thoughts of the tribe, no?
Akrog cannot read thoughts.
No? But he is
blessed by Mugwa, and
All the Gift of Spirits does is make him sleep badly and hear voices in the wind. And even if the gift would allow Akrog to read thoughts, he would not do it. A troll's thoughts are his own. Narg should just tell Julog he is sorry after the devouring. Let Julog decide whether to forgive him or not.
Nargsi. Akrog is right. He must ask and hope for the best. Sometimes that is all a troll can do.
Narg speaks true. Now sharp tusks and thick hide. Akrog must prepare the devouring.
Sharp tusks and thick hide. Let Grungwa.
What? Oh, chosen chieftain Elder Grafer. Mugwa prays.
Mugwa praise.
Hello to Julog, too.
Are the beaks well?
Well, most are, but Zekil and Urak starve. Crumb gave them some herbs against hunger, but they are still restless. How goes the devouring? The sooner the Moonkin can move on, the better.
They are still preparing it. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Julog.
Sharp tusks and thick hide.
Let Akrog see if he gets through this.
Grorek. It is good to see him. Grorek.
Oh, sorry. Chosen chieftain must excuse Grorak.
No need to be excused. But how is Krasik? Is he showing signs of healing?
Not yet, chosen chieftain. Krasik still has a fever, made worse by the blood rot. For now, the old fool slumbers.
Is his sickness so serious?
Grorak hopes not. Shepherd Crumb gave him some herbs to make him sleep.
It is kind of Grorag to watch over Krasik.
It is no trouble. He would do the same for Grorak. Probably.
A curse on the blood rot. Akrog thinks he has not seen Krasik sleep before.
He looks so peaceful, no? He still farts as much as ever, though. Grorak thinks that must be a good sign.
Let us hope so. Krasik is fortunate to have Grorag here with him. Sharp tusks and thick hide.
Grorak thanks the chosen chieftain.
No little blood. Strange.
Hopefully he did nothing foolish.
Old fur worries too much. Noah can take care of himself.
Maybe, but he is still the Moonblood, and they must not lose him. They should ask Crumb. Maybe he knows something.
What is this?
There. How feels he now? Better. Speak true, Crumb. Warrior Hikrak, he died. The brittle-bone stab-stick missed the heart. In a few sundowns, he will walk again. Good. Elder Grungwar, chosen chieftain Akrog, hunters Aska, Mugwa praise. Crumb is glad to see they are back safely.
Mugwa praise. Shepherd Crumb, kind soul. How are the wounded?
Not well. Nagik and Tap will not live to see the next sundown. Higrak might mend, or he might not.
Might not. But Crumb told him he would be fine.
Sometimes a bit of hope and trust is enough to heal the worst of wounds. What of the devouring? Is it ready?
Almost. The Bonekin need a few more things. Would Crumb know where Little Blood is? Akrog went to his shelter, but he was not there.
Strange. No, Crumb has seen him not. But he was very upset about their sire the whole day. Poor Noag. He still thought Ken lived forever.
He should know better. Little Blood is not that young, and he has seen kin die. Many of them.
But not same bloods like Akrog or Narjik. It is a painful lesson every troll must learn.
Every moonkin is kin, no matter if he is same blood. It should make no difference.
Oh, come on, Akrog. That is what Mugwa's laws say. But they all know losing a same blood or a trusted one hurts more. There is no shame in these feelings.
Either way, they need to find Little Blood. Has Crom any idea where he went?
No, but he is sure he went not far. They should look in the jungle.
All right. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Crom.